It can be a crushing diagnosis for a young, healthy woman. Cancer, often impacting hopes of motherhood.
But you know, thanks to modern fertility medicine and technology, chemo, radiation, and hysterectomies do not have to spell the end of a growing family.
Here's Paul Bloom with the story of a local couple taking control of their future even as cancer tries to derail their dreams of having a baby.
I just knew something wasn't right. I had to listen to my body and go in.
Nikki Moen reports that the symptoms were messing with her menstrual cycle. Doctors would eventually find a benign-looking polyp inside her uterus. The 29-year-old figured it wasn't serious. The diagnosis, though, proved devastating.
He said, "I'm sorry to tell you, but the polyp came back malignant. The cancer is called low-grade adenosarcoma." I almost was in a grieving process when I found out I had the cancer.
Nikki, a Twin Cities dental hygienist, and her boyfriend Sam Brandwright quickly researched this rare occurrence of uterine cancer in someone her age. Second opinions were obtained at Mayo.
We had to separate some of our emotions from the facts.
Turns out the best path for her own health was a hysterectomy.
I was shocked. I was scared. I thought it was an aggressive approach to being how young I am, and thought, well, why aren't there other options?
Perhaps her biggest concern with a hysterectomy, she and Sam wouldn't be able to have children. They were crushed.
It's a blessing that we're able to carry children and be able to give that to our spouse and have a family of our own, and it's sentimental, you know, and when that's taken from you, it's emotional.
I'm very proud of her, and you know, we're looking at it more of a glass half full type of situation. You know, she's gonna live.
The couple decided to seek out fertility options with the idea that maybe they might one day find a surrogate to carry their child. Nikki eventually visited a facility like this one, where she had some of her eggs frozen for future use.
We're so young. We want to be able to carry on our family genes and have a family of our own.
So this is our surgery center.
Dr. April Batchelor is the medical director at CCRM Minneapolis. They specialize in fertility issues, including helping women with cancer.
Oh, it's such a sensitive time, as you can imagine. So these women have recently been diagnosed with cancer, and their whole life is changing, and it's really important for them to have something to hold on to create some normalcy in their life.
At CCRM, patients are given high concentrations of natural hormones to spur egg development. A minor 15-minute surgical procedure follows, with Dr. Batchelor, guided by an ultrasound, using a needle to gather as many eggs as possible. Instead of just one, the doctor hopes to capture 15 to 20 mature eggs. Those are then frozen in these liquid nitrogen tanks, potentially for decades. It's the exact same procedure Nikki underwent in the weeks before her hysterectomy, not knowing what might happen to her body afterwards.
So I do think we're seeing a lot of patients pursuing fertility preservation prior to undergoing procedures for their cancer therapy.
The doctor reports that many cancer survivors, including those who are rendered sterile from chemo or radiation, can still become pregnant if their eggs are preserved before cancer treatments and their uterus remains healthy afterwards.
It's crazy what they do, the science behind it.
Of course, following Nikki's hysterectomy, her path with Sam to parenthood will be a different one, but the dream of becoming mom and dad survives.
That's the beauty of being able to freeze our eggs and still have control of when we want children, when we're both ready to do that.
And is there a timetable? I mean, are we looking 3 years out, 5 years out, a year out?
Well, I need to get a ring.
And they are a fabulous couple with a bright future. Now, about a month after her hysterectomy, Nikki reports she is cancer-free. Of course, with surrogacy, you are talking about a very expensive process, potentially tens of thousands of dollars. Friends and family have already started helping them raise some money, knowing how badly they want to have their own child after cancer. Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
It's so good to know that she's cancer-free.
Yeah.
Most important thing.
A lot of reasons to smile and laugh.